everything I had down here at the house, and we're going to move them up to the farm and try to get some of the coyotes off the farm up there. I'll set this back a little bit later in the year. Check my trail camera while I'm back here. I'm going to move it. Sorry about the bumpiness. I didn't have anything in my traps, so they were back in there, and I pulled them up. So right here they are. I'm going to take them up to the farm. Let's go back here and check this trail camera, and if I have any pictures on it, it'll be on this video right here. Kind of got some briars back in here, but get tucked away from everything back here. But I got, like I said, I've got this, you've seen this before. I've got this camera set up in this ditch right here. For all you guys that trap, this would be a good place to catch a mink back in here. I may try that a little bit later, because back this way is where that pond is, and they probably come out of here. I might try to set this up and catch a mink back here. I'll shut you off and take you down here and show you this buck rub. Pretty good buck rub there for around here. I just wanted you all to see that. For all you deer hunters out there, I got a path going right up through there. Probably be a good place to set a coyote trap up here later in the year, which I will. And my camera, it's right back through there. So I'll get off here. For all you guys that deer hunt, this is a good place to catch them deer coming out of. It's all growed up back through there. been hitting that bait hole right there. I'm gonna drop a trap in here and hopefully we can catch these coyotes here. And then I'm gonna go down on the corner right down there and drop another trap in about where that locust tree is sticking out on that point there. And I'm going to put a trap coming out around here somewhere. I'll set 2 traps up here. But now I'm going to check my trail camera, and I'll set you up here on the tripod and you can watch me get my stuff out there. Okay, I haven't set a whole lot here setting this trap, but this is the MB550. And see how solid that thing is? I can push on that on every corner, and there isn't no movement on this thing. So what I had right here, this is where my trail camera was, and I had 2 coyotes a fooling with this bait hole set. That was in another video if you watched it. Them were the trail cam pictures at the end of the video, and I had 2 big coyotes come in here and start messing with this hole here, and they've dug this out a good bit. So what I did, piled this grass up around here, I'll pile a little bit more up. And then I'll put my bait and lure in there, and we'll leave it just like this. But I've got this trap bedded in there solid. It can't move. So okay, what I'm going to use for bait here is Hoosier Trapper Top Dog Predator bait. A little bit of jet fuel, and that's made by Justin Jet. He's from Hoosier Trapper. And some Vixen Elixir. Piece of sheep's wool down in there just for some eye appeal. Got my sheep's wool right here. Okay, right here's the finished set. See the sheep's wool back in there, and this bare place right here is my pan. And it's offset just a little bit to the right there. Now, I'm going to go across and I'm going to set me a trap maybe right up here coming out of that there road right there. Or I might set it right here. I haven't decided. That clump of grass right there is where I'm going to put it at. You see that leaf? Right there is where I'm going to put my other set at. Okay, this one here, I'm baiting with some of my homemade bait, and this has some rabbit meat in it, and bobcat gland, and mink gland in it. And I'm going to try this. And it's just to change it up from that one that's set over here behind me. Okay, the gland lure, this is a food-based gland call lure, and this is called TKO. I'm going to put it in here, and I punched a hole in here and a hole here, and then my bait's in the middle hole. Let me go find. And Yodel Dog, and that's a coyote gland lure. Just put a little dab in this other hole here, very little. Okay, right here's the finished set, and it's just right across the road from my other one. There's my other one right there, and this one is right here, and I'm right off this road coming out of the hollow right here. There's a little bit of a road going around the hollow right there, so we'll see what happens here. Maybe I'll connect here in a couple days. Okay, I just got my third set in of the day, and you can see that block up there. I just tied off to that block, and I set that trap right on this corner right here off this here four-wheeler path. So my other two traps are right up in there, and then I come down here on the corner and set one. And hopefully what I'm going to try to do is maybe I'll get something coming around this field right here. And let me show you there. And then I'm trying not to talk so much on my videos. But this runs clean out into that other hollow back there. And hopefully I can get something hunting along the edge here. And then I did see some faint paths coming out of these briars right here. So I think that's all I'm going to set up here, and we'll see what happens here. Unless I might take a drive out this way and see if I can see where anything's been coming in this field. There's one other place out here in this corner, and we'll see what's going on here. But that's what I've got in so far, and we'll see what happens here. I think I'll connect here sometime, but we'll just have to see. Catch up with you a little bit later. Okay, here's my fourth set of the day, and I've got it chained off to that bunch of logs right there, and this is just a flat set, but I set it here where stuff comes up out of this matta right here, or matta, and then there's a 2-track that goes, or a logging road, whatever you want to call it, 4-wheeler path. But it goes all the way back in through these woods here, and it goes for about a quarter of a mile back there, or half a mile. I don't know how far it is, but it goes back to a low gap back there. But I come out here and I set this thing right here. It's sitting right in there, and if they come out of the meadow, they'll come up by it here, or if they come out of back here behind me, or they can come from the meadow that way and come out here. But I've got this covered. So I wanted to go down and put one down there where you see that stick is sticking up, but I've got 4 sets of covering this up here, so we'll see what happens here. But I'll get off here, and I need to get to the house. I think that's all I'm going to put in up here. If 4 good sets, that you can catch some coyotes on that. So we'll see how we do here. Here's my 5th and final set of the day up here at the farm, and it's just another punched in dirt hole with sheep's wool in it. And I decided to come down out of the meadow, and you can see up there, right up there is where I put my last trap in. And then I've got a trap on the corner where them trees are, and then my 2 up there by the trail camera. But we've got a patch of woods down here below, and I've always wanted to set this up because I always thought the coyotes would travel this edge of this field right here. So I set it right up here on this point, going down through the woods here. But there's a point that comes up, if you can see that, comes up out of here, and there's another hollow there, and there's a pond just right down there. So I set that trap up right here, and it's sitting right there. It's about, I don't know, it's probably 10 yards off the edge of the woods right here. And then them woods, they run clear out around the field there, clear up in there. So we'll see. I got 5 sets out here today, and that's all I'm going to do. I got to get to the house and go to a meeting. So I will see you all here a little bit later, and I will, if I catch anything, I will be putting it on this video, because I'm not going to get a check ease. I have to work this weekend, so we'll see what happens. I've never set traps down in this part of the field. I've seen tracks coming down here before, but I've never set any traps down here. So I will talk to you a little bit later. I'm up here tonight after work checking my traps, and I come up on this one on this corner of this here field. It was jumped. I think a deer might have got into it and jumped it, but it's pulled out of the bed there, and the chain's pulled up. So I got to get this thing reset. I'm not going to have y'all watch me reset this because it's starting to get dark, but I want to get it reset and get out of here. But anyhow, I just want you all to see this, and I'll get it put back in there, and we'll get it good to go again. But you can see right here where I'm set up on this corner right here. So it could have been it's hard to tell what it was. I'm saying it was a deer, probably a deer, but unless I had a trail camera up on there, I would have never know what it is. So I'm going to get off here, and I just want you all to see this. Right there's the remake done on it. I got it back in there, and it's good to go now. Didn't have to do anything to it, but just set it back and get it bedded back in there. So I'll get off here, and I'll get this video out to you here sometime next week. Okay, I got my first catch of the year right here. I caught my coyote right here on this corner right here. And I'm gonna hurry up and get this thing out of here. But this is my first catch of the year. I'll get off here and I will let you look at it a little bit later here. I'm pretty stoked about this. But right there it is. And I caught that on, I think that was some of my homemade bait. It's getting dark and I'm out of wind. I had to walk and check my traps tonight. We've got a skift of snow on. Well, it's not really a skift up here on top of this hill. It's kind of white, but right up there in that corner is where I had that trap set at. And you can see how it comes up and down the hill right here. And then these woods run back around there, clean back in there. If I was a guessing, that thing's been hunting in here last night, and he come around that corner right there, and that's where it got caught at. And the clip before this is me last night of resetting that trap arrow on that corner. So maybe he or she's been a fooling with this a couple nights, but I got that one, so I saved some fawns there. Okay, I've got it down here to my dad's now, and I've got it hanging in the garage till it can drain out here. I will probably skin this thing tomorrow. Well, I will skin it tomorrow, but I like to let the hides dry out. It had gotten wet up there, so I'll skin it out here tomorrow. And what it was a little female, and it was probably this year's pup. But I caught it in a Duke 1 3/4 trap, and I'm pretty proud of being able to catch one up there on the farm. But anyhow, you stick with me, and I'll have some more trapping videos out. Maybe I'll get to show you a couple bobcats before the season's over. I will see y'all on the next one, and y'all have a great evening. And wherever you are, I'm hoping that the good Lord is blessing you, because I know he has me, because he allows me to get out and trap these coyotes.